If we kept zooming in on the street camera there, I bet you we could see our Stella Acquisto up in the CN Tower because you were there looking to bring back a piece of the Toronto nightlife because we all know it's a huge year for the CN Tower, Stella, celebrating 50 years. I didn't know. I know a lot about the CN Tower. I love the CN Tower. Any Torontonian loves the CN Tower. I didn't know about Sparkles. Take us through what Sparkles was.
Yes. Okay, so just envision this. It's 1979. You put on your best outfit. I did, right? You're getting into the groove, but you come up to the CN Tower and you find this, a nightclub. A nightclub, the highest nightclub ever here in the CN Tower. I didn't know it existed. You didn't know it existed, right? But we find out today that it did exist, and it's coming back for one day on Friday. They're celebrating 50 years here at the CN Tower, and this is just one of the amazing things that they're bringing back. So Sparkles nightclub, it was from 1979 all the way through to 1991. And one of the guys that was here that you would find, you know, mixing music and on the turntables was George. George.
Hi, Stella.
So, hi, how are you?
It's a bit early in the day, but other than that.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're used to nighttime hours, but we brought you nice, bright and early to talk about this.
It's a lifetime of late nights, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And these are one of the original turntables from
Those are the tables that were in Sparkles. Came about was they needed to be serviced because I had I was DJing, I had my own turntables at home. And I said to the general manager we could do with servicing them because in those days they used to smoke.
Yeah.
So you can imagine, and generally they'd never been serviced. So the company that was doing the services, our AV company, said we don't have any loaners. So it's going to be like 2 or 3 weeks till we get our loaners back and then we can do it. So I said, well, I've got some at home. I'll bring those in and then those can go out for servicing. So as it transpired, when the tables came back, these ended up, I never actually switched them back over. There were newer turntables that I'd left and these were in my basement and that's
wow.
So I used these and
the rest is history.
Yeah,
and they're here, just
don't
being
tell
showcased
anybody.
right now. No, I won't.
Don't tell anybody.
We'll just tell a few people. We'll just tell a few people.
No.
And then, so you used to come here, and sometimes during the day, when you were bringing the equipment, there was this young fella that would come with you. And that was your son?
That was me, yeah.
And so you're going to be DJing with your dad on Friday.
Super excited,
Let's talk about this full circle moment.
Yeah, so we were talking about it earlier as I started on the road in '97 with my dad as his roadie. And then obviously got a passion for the music. And then the minute I was driving, I was on his roster as one of his DJs. And I've been DJing ever since, full time. But I missed the tower. I started the year my dad stopped playing, so this is my moment to get back in. So it's really special. It's a combination of 26 years since we played together, and then getting to come back to an iconic venue of the city, and then also of my dad's career here in Toronto. Being a part of it is super special. So I'm very, very excited about it.
Okay, so George, do you have any fond memories? Let's take us through Sparkles, the nightclub. These are some of the pictures. Right. This is George. Look, George, I got to do a side-by-side. Look, you haven't changed. You look exactly the same. Look at this.
I've looked 70 odd there.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've aged gracefully. Yeah, so that was you back then. But what are some of your fondest memories at Sparkles?
That was taken from a wanted poster, by the way.
Yeah?
That's over here. That's there's a huge sign. It's like an iconic sign, and it used to be on the entrance. So when you get off the elevator, the entrance to Sparkles, like that's what you'd see as you turn the corner and actually came into the club.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah,
okay.
It's quite iconic. I don't know what they did with it. They should have kept it. I don't know why they got rid of it.
Yeah, maybe they're going to bring it back. Who knows?
I don't know where it went. Yeah, it's pretty big. It's pretty big.
And these are just some people
These are
dancing.
earliest shots. Yeah, these are earliest shots before, because I started in '87. These would be prior to my time.
Okay.
Because the dance floor is different, but it gives you some idea of the era that all this happened.
Okay, and so what does it mean for you, you know, like now you're here, you're going to be doing doing a show in an iconic place. Is this like a career highlight for you and being with your dad?
Absolutely. Well, it's so many things. When we were so great to talk to the team at the Tower. They're so welcoming to have us come in. And I think it's good on so many levels because it's my opportunity to play in a venue that's so important, as you know, for our family. And on top of that, I think it's just poetic that this is kind of a trajectory point for my dad's career here in Toronto, but he gets to come back. It's kind of like, I said it yesterday, it's kind of like your jersey being hung in the rafters. It's just a poetic thing for him to be doing, is to get to come back after almost 30 years and play the venue that saw his career in Toronto kind of skyrocket. It's great. I'm super excited.
I had mentioned that from 1979 all the way through to 91, you know, it was a club. But let's talk about some of the music that you guys are going to be playing this Friday for maybe people that are interested, or maybe people who have already purchased tickets.
Well, we're going to go back from that 79 to 91, the lifespan of Sparkles. And, like it will be music from that era. And when you look back on that music, it's incredible. You know, everything from Michael Jackson to people that had one-off hits that were huge, etc., etc. So that's what we'll be doing. You know, we'll be playing music, the soundtrack from the time of Sparkles.
And it's cool when you think with the movement of disco into retro and new wave, and how dramatically music shifted in that era. So it really opens the gate when we started kind of looking at what we could play, and you see like from Madonna to INXS to Depeche Mode. It goes across with the Bee Gees. It goes across the board, some Motown. So it's pretty awesome how much music spanned in that time that we get to pull from. So it's really exciting.
Amazing. So people want to find out more information. Where did they go?
The CN Tower website. Tickets are on sale now. It's selling out really well. We want to see everybody there. 8 to 1 we're going to be playing. So come down, come experience it. For young people, come experience an area you might not know. I've already talked to people who are coming with their parents, so I know DJs will go, I'm coming with my mom, used to dance at Sparkles, and I DJ, so it's definitely bringing a lot of people together, and it's going to be a fantastic time.
Okay. Well, we'll have more information on this, and we're going to have more from the CN Tower this morning coming up after the break. Can we dance a little bit?
A little bit.
We
That's
dance?
why I DJ. I'm not the dancer.